Welcome to the TaiyangNews and SNEC Solar Leadership Conversations. My name is Michael Schmeler. I'm the Managing Director of TaiyangNews, and I'm very happy to have with us the CTO of Solamet, QJ Gur. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Wonderful. It's great to have you here. Solamet is one of the companies that has longer history probably than anyone else. Who I don't know, actually from top of my head, many who have 40 years.
It's our 40 years anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep, it's our 40 years anniversary. We are very happy to be here this year, especially on such a, milestone year.
Wow, that's amazing. So I think you've been part for a long time of a big corporation, a big U.S. corporation, a chemical company,
Yep.
DuPont, and so can you just explain us, because that's different now. You're an independent company. What has changed and how it is now to act as an independent company?
Yeah. So to start off, I think we are very excited. Actually, Solamet started a new chapter as an independent company. The things are actually moving very well in the right directions, right? The Solamet before the acquisition, it was already an independent operating business within DuPont, and so the acquisition was actually for the whole complete Solamet business, including all the personnel, right? All the technologies, all the manufacturing sites and labs. So the transition was actually very smooth, right? There was basically no interruptions to the operations. But we are making big changes to really important changes to the company, which was lacking while we were at DuPont. As part of a big company, there's a lot of burdens around it, right? So now our main change was we are a lot more agile, we are a lot more flexible, and we are able to make a lot faster responses to market changes. Right, so I think those are very important, especially for such a dynamic industry like PV. The response time is critical, right? The technology changes very fast, as we have seen in the past decades, right? The technology changes very fast. So that is a big change we have made to Solamet, and we are continuing to do that. And we are investing in our facilities, in our people, so that we can, be able to serve all our customers better, be able to provide better products. So for instances, so soon after the acquisition, we made big changes in our operations, so we were able to reduce our lead time significantly. We also have invested in our laboratory resources, right? So especially targeting the new cell technologies like N-TOPCon, the back contact cells. We basically updated our lab facilities to develop new innovations, especially targeting those. And we have also be able to, with the global, especially the global market outside of mainland China, right? It's growing very fast, so we're able to restart our production facility in Taiwan in response for that in a very fast time. So I think those are the big changes. I think that it will make Solamet very successful in the future.
You are independent now. On the other hand, there's announcement that Chinese paste manufacturer DKEM said that they would acquire Solamet. Can you just explain a little bit what's happening there?
Yep, sure. So right after, very shortly after Solamet was launched as an independent company, right? DKEM actually immediately announced its intent to acquire Solamet. And the main rationale behind it is there is a lot of good synergy between the two companies, especially in the core technologies as well as the market reach. Solamet, like you mentioned earlier, was a global company, so we have a very strong operation and customer base outside of mainland China. So that actually complements very well with DKEM's main strength, which is in mainland China. So the first M&A proposal actually was withdrawn. However, the two companies still, might restart the M&A process. That will depend on because the synergy is still there, right? For synergy between the companies are still there, but that will depend on the business conditions, as well as with all the necessary regulatory approvals, right? But before the M&A is completed, we are two independent operating companies, right? Like mentioned before, Solamet, Solamet was fully acquired, right? It was a complete buy. So we have our own labs, we have our own manufacturing facilities, we have all the personnel that's required to run as a successful independent company.
Okay. And just talk a little bit about your history, because 40 years is amazing in solar and in such a vibrant, dynamic industry. That's not very typical. And so what did you learn over this 40 years and helps you in today's super fast growing environment?
Yep. So yeah, like you say, 40 years is a long time for PV, right? You know, and it's a highly distinguished honor and prestige for the new company like to actually have, right? So the Solamet launched its first PV metallization paste product in 1983. And you know, through the last 40 years, you know, Solamet has made numerous contributions to the industry by delivering new innovations that enable new cell technologies. I think one of the key changes to PV is the continuous adoption of new technologies that's driving for higher efficiency and lower cost. So Solamet was a key player in terms of enabling, you know, high efficiency like PBSF, the PERC, the even thin film CIGS, right? And then like unPERT, TOPCon, as well as IBC solar cells, right? So just to name a few, I think some of the key innovations by Solamet through the 40 years actually laid the foundation for the PV metallization technology we see nowadays. You can see Solamet's innovation pretty much in any crystalline silicon, was involving all of the crystalline silicon metallization process. I think we are very proud of that. You know, basically we're making big contributions to the industry and everyone sees the value of it. So for example, the lead tellurium FRIT technology that everyone's well known of, right? That was developed for the LDE PERC, and it is in 2011 in the PV17X series of products, and that is actually a technology that is still being used today in the high efficiency PERC SE, basically through continuous optimizations to better adapt to the new processes. And now even for TOPCon, we see that the tellurium FRIT technology is indispensable for the backside. It's still the best technology on there. The best performing products are all based on that technology. So I think all those knowledge and all those experiences we learned through this, you know, through the innovation of this technology and all the years of accumulation of knowledge really help, I think, everyone in the industry to really be able to deliver faster, better products to really move the industry forward. Now, we talk about TOPCon. Similarly, so Solamet was able to deliver the first, commercialize the first aluminum silver paste back in 2011 for unPERT. And now with the rapid rise in TOPCon, that is basically the basis for the current TOPCon aluminum silver paste that everyone's using.
Okay, so when we look at that, so you have it all actually. And the industry is growing. We're in this crazy capex cycle. So what are your expansion plans? If one wants to keep market share, one has to grow. So what are your plans?
Yep. Yeah. So you know, to start off is, you know, what really drives the PV industry, I would mention, is efficiency and cost, right? And what defines Solamet is innovation. And so that is still our core focus. We are still focusing on delivering innovations and as before, looking at the new cell technology, especially new cell technology segments, and how to invent new inventions, right, to be able to enable those higher efficiency and lower cost products. So for example, the current hot trend TOPCon. So we are continuing on working on like our, you know, like I mentioned, our aluminum silver paste, design, right? Improving our lead tellurium FRIT technologies on the backside. You know, that will all continually be our focus internal for the short term, internal for the TOPCon. We're also looking at HAT, one of our key focus is how to improve the processability of the low temperature paste, as well as options to reduce the cost, be able to enable the mass production adoption of HAT. And further looking ahead, right, what's beyond HAT and TOPCon are the new technologies built on those, such as the all backhand type, like the PIBC or NTBC type of cell structures, and as well as like the perovskite tandem, right? That's a little bit further out in the horizon. So all of this still require new innovations, and that's where we are focusing our research, our R&D on those, try to be able to deliver those and still be able to stay as an innovation leader for the industry. So those are our current focuses, right? And then as for the market share, I mentioned earlier, one of Solamet's core strengths was it's a service to the customer base outside of mainland China. We have our dual manufacturing facilities and R&D technical centers, right? One of our R&D technical center is actually based in Taiwan. It's a local in Taiwan manufacturing facility, so we're able to serve the global PV market outside of mainland China. Be able to provide the best products with the faster response, as well as better services to customers in APEC, in EU, and in US regions. And we are committed to that. It's one of our strengths, and we are committed to invest in expanding our personnel as well as our facilities to better serve the global, especially now the global market is growing very rapidly as well.
So that means that Taiwan will be basically the location that will serve the markets abroad.
That is our current structure. So right now, the Taiwan facility is able to meet the requirements, the demands, right, in the outside of mainland China. So that's the current situation. But we're also aware of like a lot of the rapidly developing domestic markets, like in US, in EU, as well as India, right? So we'll closely monitor those domestic markets, and we'll also look at the trade restrictions and trade policies, right? We have to study those and try to see the feasibility as well as the cost and benefit prospects of potentially opening additional technical centers or production facilities, but that depends on further analysis. So far, our Taiwan facility is able to basically meet those demands right now.
Okay, wonderful. So we're here at SNEC, world's largest solar show. So what's the announcements we are hearing from Solamet?
Right, so it's been like 2 years hiatus, right, for the SNEC. So we are very excited to come back, especially on the 40th anniversary, right? So, not a big surprise is we are basically showcasing our latest product portfolio. So we still have our latest product in PERC, which we basically will tag it as a PV24 series. This is mainly focusing on fine line printing. So we built on our very strong fine line printing technology and be able to deliver newest product that's able to deliver excellent printing on screens with like 10 to 15 micron. So that's very critical for further improving the efficiency as well as the laydown saving for the PERC. And we have a completely new full package solution for TOPCon. So that, of course, our very strong busbar paste for both the front side and back side. I'm not going to talk too much, but we have our newest products for the PV3X, as well as for the front side silver aluminum paste. So which is basically being customized and not customized, but it's being upgraded with newest inorganics, which can be customized for different the TOPCon processes. As we know, the end TOPCon right now, the processes has not been fully defined by the industry, right? So from customer to customer, the differences could be quite significant. So a key know-how, a key technology advantage will be able to know how to customize it rapidly. And so we have a very strong foundation in our knowledge in the AGAL formulation. So our newest PV3X can be is actually can be works very well with both standard as well as a selected emitter, the selected emitter boron emitters. We also have our newest PV6X, the backside silver paste, right? So that is also a customizable product, and that is basically to fit with all the different the unpoly processes as well as the texturings, especially for those very polished, smooth textures. We have a very good solution for that. And we also presented our addition to our long history, the IBC product. We have a fire-through solutions now for our for the back contact cells. So this is basically we have a new product PV9PX, which is and a PV9NX. So they are basically the corresponding to the unpoly and p-poly contacts. So for the unpoly, the product is basically equipped with a glass fit technology, of course, derived from net terrarium, but it has a very good aluminum fire-through capability, and it can basically as well. So it has a very good contact window for the unpoly, which is for the. And then for the p-poly, we are presenting our newest product, which is aluminum-free solution for the p-poly. So we are open to customers to collaborate with them in terms of testing and validating those concepts. And we have and then for the HAT, we have a complete we have a fully revamped our product line for the HAT. So now we have the traditional thermoset, which is addition to our previous, in addition, it was addition to our product portfolio is a traditional thermoset type of solution. So that is basically for the finger and then the finger and then the busbar paste. And beyond that, we also have a room temperature storable. So that goes back to what I said earlier. For HAT, we're looking at processability, right? So a room temperature storable solution, PV42B. So that can offer an excellent long-term printing solution as well as electrical characteristics. Of course, the silver-coated copper is a hot topic, so our PV48-3A is ready for that. And to put an icing on the cake, we have present the first product that's specially designed for perovskite tandem cells. We have PV43B, which is basically specially designed for perovskite solar cells for especially perovskite tandem, so it can be processed at a much lower temperature while still providing excellent electrical characteristics.
Well, that's an amazing set of products, actually. So I think we will cover that in our upcoming reports. So we have a lot to do. And I think it looks like you're well set to enjoy your 40s. So wishing you a happy birthday and thanks for this interview.